All right.
Without music, how can people live? Keeping music in schools and keeping it in public schools is a good way to broaden students' imaginations and minds. For quite a few centuries, there's a creation and development of music playing a major role in human society still to this day. There are many meanings and ways that music has behind it, and it is being used for a way of expression and alternate escape from reality and the world and its problems. And an example of how music is used would be used, like, say, for example, back when music was first being created, like, say, in cultural backgrounds, like in the Indians, say, their way of expressing things is through music, and the way they would do it is dance, and they would do celebrations and stuff, and through that they would express the way they felt. And I feel that with music continuing to remain in schools, students can have the opportunity to choose that path and explore it better. And with them actually wanting to do something that they're passionate in, they can have a better understanding of their cultural backgrounds, their other people's cultural backgrounds, and the challenges of learning different instruments. Like, say, like, you want to learn the flute, you have the opportunity to learn the flute, just basically any instrument that you would want to try. And first graders, taking their work seriously is difficult for any student, and I know that I have trouble in math, and taking work seriously and having true motivation comes from within. And if you were to take music away, first graders who received instruction in listening to music rather than first graders who didn't receive the instruction but were at similar age, their IQ and their same economic status, the students scored the 80th percentile and reading performance for non-instruction students who scored in 72 percentile. I can't. And students better understanding that hard work and discipline are required for he or she to succeed if it's something that they're passionate about. And music is a way of expressing one's feelings. We laugh, we love, we cry. The human beings experiences a wide spectrum of emotions in our life. Some of them are expressed while others die in our own mind. But from time to time, our emotions have been voiced through music. Music is composed of 7 distinct tunes and is actually an expression of human emotions. Music is a way to transmit the cultural heritage of groups and future generations. It relaxes the human spirit, especially after a long day from school or work. And musicians have a way of expressing their feelings through music depending on their moods. So everybody has a chance to relate to music. And playing and listening to music strengthens the synapses between the nerves and makes your mind grow stronger, from Norman M. Weinberger. And if you take the music out of schools, limiting the access of the music knowledge and skills to an elite few, or make it available for students to have a chance to enjoy and appreciate it. And music has been an expression of people from different cultures around the world. The oldest artifacts that show people playing musical instruments are found in Asia and are around the world for 4,000 years. And so the purpose of education is to pursue the development of human capacities and the improvement on life. And taking away music away from schools will limit that.
Gabriella, what did you think?
I thought this topic was really good. I think it would have been more impactful if you hadn't been so dependent on the notes. You would have just focused more on the inflection in your voice to get across the message across a bit better. I think the structure could have been a bit more organized. You mentioned things like the creativity, like the development of the students' creativity, the increase in their IQ because of music, and their exposure to culture. If you could have broken that like specifically into those students. So one part was just discuss IQ and all the statistics. You have statistics also, and examples that weren't really cited. I think it could have been a bit clearer, so it was a bit more organized. And you get nervous, but I think if you just talk from what you already know, because you seem like you know the topic, you could have been just a bit more persuasive, and you could put a little more about what can be done, maybe like programs or donating instruments, anything that could make it more of a here's what you can do to fix this problem. It would have been a bit better. It was good.
All right. I thought that the subject area is pretty clear, but your goal needs to be a little bit sharper. When you get into the speech, it comes up a couple of times about keeping music in schools. I'm going, okay, but I didn't hear anything that suggests that music wasn't available in schools, that it was being taken away from the schools, that people are trying to get rid of music in schools. So I'm wondering what the problem here is. This is one of those. Maybe it's motivational. Let's just talk about how great music is and how what the positive benefits are. That's okay, but then I think you need to structure it a little bit differently. Sometimes it sounds like you're quoting material. Sometimes you cite material that you are in fact quoting, and sometimes it just seems like there's a description that's going on, and I'm not sure why that description is there. That's especially in the first part of the speech. I thought it was a little bit better later on in the speech that you were citing material a bit more clearly. At one point, for instance, you mentioned a study that talked about the ability of first graders to do particular kinds of tasks and their scores on tests, but I don't get a source citation on that. I'm sure that it's a real study that you were talking about. And then later on, there's this long description of the benefits that music can have. And it sounds at one point like it's you talking, and at another point it sounds like you're quoting somebody because some of the wording definitely does not seem to be familiar to you. And then I think I heard a post-citation, so at the end. So things were just juxtaposed and mixed up a little bit. You need to have a clearer structure, a more forceful way of getting to the point, and your presentation needs to be a lot more confident. You just seem passively reading at this point, and this is late in the term, and you need to be a lot more active and successful on the things that we've been working on. All right, thank you.